Thank you for always watching my video. Thank you for always coming. This is another day again, and we are going to discuss a very important topic. This is the first time I'm having a live stream on my YouTube channel, but that is fine. So, we are discussing the success of Nigerian musicians and how Nigerian musicians did it, the successful musicians, how they did it, and how the other musicians from other African countries can learn from it. Yeah, this is going to be a very good and interactive topic. So you can follow in, you can be with me, we can have fun together. Now, there is a question of success when it comes to African music. There's a question of who is supposed to be in which position. Sometimes as Africans, we tend to start judging ourselves, to start wanting to be in a certain position, and sometimes we fail because we actually, no one wants his country to be in a bad position. No one wants to say that, no, another person's country is leading, another person's country has taken the top position. But the earlier we learn to accept, the better. The earlier we learn to accept that the first position can't be for everyone. The first position can't be for me and for you and for everyone. There is always a person that is in the first position, you understand? There is always a person that is in the first position. So right now, we are talking about the Nigerian musicians, talking about Wizkid, talking about Davido, talking about other like Tiwa Savage, talking about Omale, talking about Burna Boy and other Nigerian musicians, how they did it, how they came from trash or from zero to becoming heroes, to filling stadiums all over the world, to filling events, to selling tickets. You know, sometimes we don't want to accept, but you don't know what it means for a person to sell out his event on the show he has launched, this ticket sales. Okay, that means so big. Like a person, just a minute, let me fix something on my, just a minute. Like a person says, today, the 30th of April, I've launched my ticket sales, and then on that very day, the person starts, like he sells out the concert. You understand? He sells out the concert. How can you define that if it's not success? How can you say such a person is not successful? How can you say such a person is not going to be sung? You see? How can you say we are not going to talk about such a person in the way he's supposed to be talked about? However much we always want to define other people, like however much we always want to say there's a person that is on top, and however much we always don't want, we don't want to put other people in the positions that we say they're for our own people, but we have to accept, to understand that Davido, in Nigeria, Davido, Tiwa Savage, Omale, Burna Boy, Wizkid. But mostly, sometimes when we talk about West African music, okay, Nigerian music to be particular, we talk about Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy, because they are the ones that have penetrated so much, like so much, and become, I don't know even how to say it, but they have become so much successful than we all expected, okay? Now, for a long time, we have been asking ourselves questions, but we haven't gotten the answers to our questions. Like, there are several musicians outside Nigeria, musicians in Uganda, musicians in Kenya, in Tanzania, and other African countries that always ask themselves a question: how did these people do it? How did the Nigerians do it? And how are they still doing it? Because it's not that one Nigerian artist came out and became successful. This is becoming like normal to Nigerian musicians. Like, I don't say that there are no struggling musicians in Nigeria, but at least when you rate the number of musicians that come out successful from Nigeria as compared to other African countries, you see that Nigeria is so high and it's on top of the what? Of the list of the countries. So it is becoming normal for Nigerians to produce good musicians that are not just good like lyrically or good with good, very beautiful voices and good lyrics and good sound and production, but they're becoming so good that they are selling thousands of millions, not even thousands, they're selling millions of streams on Spotify, they're selling millions of views on YouTube, they're selling millions of streams on international, foreign media, foreign radios and whatever, and even selling out tickets in foreign, on foreign shows. So there is a question of the Nigerian music, where the Nigerian Afrobeat. I don't want us to discuss where the Afrobeat started from, how the Nigerian Afrobeat came, how the West African Afrobeat came, and how the African Afrobeat has always come. But let us discuss the thing in this particular way. Like, Africa, all over Africa, almost every country sings Afrobeat. In Uganda, in Tanzania, in Kenya, in East Africa, there is so much Afrobeat, though pop is sometimes mixed and other, but only Afrobeat is almost the most successful music style in Africa. But the Nigerian way of producing the Afrobeat is something that is so different. Like, they flavor their Afrobeat. I want you to listen to me very well. The Nigerians flavor their Afrobeat with different styles of music. If they're producing this Afrobeat, they think about the African person that is going to want to enjoy the African contemporary music and the local beats of the African music. And then they also think about another African that is going to want to enjoy the foreign music, all that called the so-called R&B, the pop, the hip-hop music, and all the music that comes out of the foreign countries. So what they do, they come up with a flavor that is so different, that is so unique. You're not just going to find it anywhere else. The flavor, the West African Afrobeat, the Nigerian Afrobeat, they get the West African flavor, and then they get the international or the foreign flavor and put it together and come up with the new Afrobeat, the new style of music that you're not going to define. So that is a secret. Okay, it's not a secret anymore, but that is something that is unique about Nigeria. That you see that their music, their style of music is unique. They've given us something that you're going to enjoy. Your ears are going to enjoy to listen. You're going to enjoy to dance to. You're going to enjoy to sleep to. If you're listening to that kind of music, like, you're going to want to dance to it. You're going to want to listen to it, just to listen to it in your ears when you're driving your car. You're going to want to sleep with it. Why? Because it is a flavor, it is a mixture of almost 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10 flavors that you can't just know in just a day. But the 2 flavors that are so much known in the Nigerian music right now is the local Afrobeat, and then the international music, the international pop, the international R&B, the international soul music. So when you're giving people, the other African musicians, when you're giving people something, try to create something new. Try to create something that doesn't exist. Because in music or in any other art industry, what matters is creativity. That's why artists are called creators. That's why you're called artists. You bring something new. You create something that doesn't exist. So the more you create, the more you become unique, and the more you sell out something that someone wants to do what? To get. Just imagine, there are a lot of channels on YouTube right now. Millions of YouTube channels. They produce millions of content. Actually, there are millions of YouTube videos that are uploaded every single day on YouTube. But people choose to watch particular videos and they don't watch other videos. Why? Because there is what we call a niche. People concentrate on what matters to them and they leave what doesn't matter to them. And that's why you see YouTube continues suggesting to you videos that they think you're going to watch because of your previous interests and what. So the more you bring in a flavor, something that is unique, something that is different, because it's not that every day when I come on YouTube, I want to watch the same thing that I watched yesterday. It's not that every day I wake up, I want to watch films. No. It's not that every day that I wake up, when I watch a movie, I want to watch the same movie like I watched yesterday. So if you come up with a new flavor, a new style that will help me want to more, that want to come back every day, want to come back and get your content every day. That is the uniqueness that I'm talking about. Not that every time when I come to listen to music, I want to listen to the same style of music. Yes, you can have categories and what, but you have to be creative. You have to create something that is going to be unique, totally unique from what is in the industry that particular time. And that is what is going to make you go on top, like become better and better than the rest of the people. Just for a minute. You know, it's cold here, so I have to keep my body warm with some warm water. Okay? So, the Nigerian way of creativity, that's what I'm discussing now. I told you today we're going to discuss the issues, some of the issues that have made Nigerian musicians successful and how they did it and how they're still doing it remain on top. So, that way of creativity. Now, after learning that you have to be creative, you have to also understand that music is not just a hobby, but it's a business. Because some of you there, when we talk about the market side of music, I was discussing with some guys sometime and they were like, no, me, I look at music as a hobby. I look at music as something that I'm just going to do. No, music is a business. And if you're joining the music business, you should look at it in that way. Don't tell me that for you, you're just looking at music as a hobby. Yet you're joining a business that has millionaires that are ready to invest millions of money to become successful. You're going to keep yourself in the same position forever and ever. You have to understand that you're joining a business, like you join a business of selling cars, like you join any other business, maybe a land business or manufacturing business or any other business. When you join music, just put it in your mind like, this is my real estate business. These are my apartments. These songs that I'm producing are my apartments. So what are you going to do if you put there the apartments and there's no one that is sleeping in them? You have to make sure that you get the client. So that's the market side of the business. You understand? You don't just go into music and say, this is my hobby, and then you just want to wake up in the morning and become successful and start charging people a lot of money. But when you are not adding value to the content that you're giving to the people, because the more you continue calling music a hobby, the more you're going to give people content that doesn't matter. But if you come to the music, if you come to music when you know that I'm bringing business and I'm joining a real music business, you're going to look at it like that, and you're going to give people the content that they want to do what? To enjoy. I always give you one example of YouTube when I'm creating when I'm talking about music, because this is another thing that I've learned with time. Coming from 0 subscribers to almost 9,000 subscribers that I have right now, within a period of less than 6 months, it has taught me a lot of things. So I always use examples from my YouTube channel, from the YouTube videos that I watch, from from how I've managed to grow in a little time. Whenever you're marketing your content, whenever you're bringing your content, bring content that is going to be marketable, easily marketable. Bring something that is going to be easily marketable. Listen to your song. Tell me, like for me, when I create a video out here, I always watch that video like 3 or 4 times. And I want to get the value out of that video. Like, what am I giving to the person that is going to watch my video? I always research. On my videos, I get my title before even recording. I always design my thumbnails and my images before recording. Why? Because I want to give you value. I want to give you something that is valuable. Sometimes I even design 3 or 4 thumbnails. I come up with 3 or 4 or 5 titles, and I choose them like, okay, this one is the one that is going to work well. And then after coming up with the titles and the thumbnail, then I have to research about the content thoroughly to know that the content that I'm going to give the person that subscribed to my YouTube channel and is coming to watch this video, to click this video, he's expecting something out of the video. I'm not just going to come here and start talking, speaking, saying this and this, but I'm not adding value. I'm not just going to copy the content on the internet, readily available on YouTube, readily available on Google and what. I have to go and research about a particular topic. And when I research about the topic and come and give you the content, you're like, wow, yes, this is what I really wanted. This is what I was looking for. Because right now, everything is about giving answers to problems, giving answers to questions, and providing solutions to problems. If your problem is wanting to know how the Nigerian musicians did it and how they became successful, the only thing I have to do is to research so much about the success of Nigerian musicians and then bring it to you on your screen. So if I come here and put a title, how Nigerian musicians did it, but again, start giving you trash, start giving you the content that is readily available on Google, is readily available in other YouTube videos, it doesn't make sense to you, and you don't even feel like I've done something for you. You always feel like, no, this guy's not doing anything. This guy's just wasting my time. So that takes us back to the music. When you're creating music in your studio, what do you really think about? Do you think about the audience that is going to consume your music, or you just say, as long as I love the music, as long as I'm listening to the music? Nigeria has different tribes. Research about Nigeria and see how many languages are spoken in that country. But why do you think these people come up with English? Even people that can't speak very good English, at least they try to make their songs in Pidgin English. At least, like me, I don't understand Pidgin 100%, but at least if you know English, you can listen Pidgin and know some other words and say, okay, this is what they're meaning. This is what it's meaning. At least you can get like 30 or 40%, and that's enough for you. That's enough for you. So there are things that we have to come up with and be creative. The language factor. The Nigerians have managed to sell globally because of language. I started watching Nigerian movies when I'm in my primary education. But during that time in my primary school, the movies that came to my country, they were English movies. And that's how Nigeria managed to penetrate into Ugandan movie industry. Because of the language factor. Ugandans speak English, they understand English. So if you bring content that is in English and it's good content, they are going to love it. They're going to want to listen to it. However much your song is good, but I'm not understanding what you're saying. Okay, I will love the melodies. I'll dance to the beats if I'm drunk, if I'm high on beer. But I won't give it so much time. But just imagine something that I can understand, I can sing the lyrics, I can know that this is what he's talking about, I can know that this is a love song and this is what. Some people have danced to sad songs, to sad music, and they've drunk beer and water and used it as party music. Just because they don't understand the lyrics, they don't understand what the musician is talking about. Some people have used like nasty music in churches because they think it's gospel music, or because there is something, because of the video, what somebody thinks is gospel music, because of the what? Of the language. But just imagine if you come up with a global language that everyone understands. Some of you have taken it like not so serious to understand that there's a language called English that everyone, almost every country uses. Even those countries like China, like Vietnam, like Korea, where people don't speak English, they are teaching English right now. People are learning English, people are trying to understand the English language because English is the top global language. So it's the top global language in marketing, it's the top global language in economics, the top global language in education, it's the top language. So if you are going to sell out your content to an external market, to a foreign market, to a global market, you have to understand that language is key. You're not just going to come and give me content, and you're giving me the content, but I'm not understanding what you're saying. How am I going to be able to like your other music, to want to listen to the other music that you have produced? So, to the musicians that are in any other countries apart from Nigeria, you should understand that language is so important. Now, let us go back to the part of marketing. When you're marketing your content, just like I told you, when I'm going to create my content, I first want to know the videos that I'm going to create. What is my target market? Right now, I know the analytics. I know that most of the people that watch me are between the age of 24 and 40 years old. I know the people that watch me the country with the highest subscribers and the kind of content that they want. But before, I had to plan for it, and I'm like, what is my target audience? So my target audience are people that love African music, the African people that want to develop, African people that love Africa, African people that are not toxic. That's why you see me here sometimes. I tell you that if a person attacks me in a comment, speaking trash, I give them back because I don't want their toxicness to come and affect other people that are peaceful. And sometimes I even tell you that I'm not trying to build a lot of subscribers that are going to be toxic on my YouTube channel and driving us to where they want us to go. So we have managed to build this YouTube channel with you, the people that decided to subscribe for your own reasons. And then another person that hasn't even subscribed is coming to be so toxic and trying to show you what he really wants you to upload or to talk about in that video. And because he's toxic or he doesn't like some people in some particular country, he wants to drive you to his own way. And in marketing, it doesn't work like that. In business, it doesn't work like that. We have 1,000 clients that want particular product, but this one client is coming to dictate for the one on behalf of the 1,000 clients. So if we choose to follow the one client, we are going to lose the other 1,000 clients. So we can sacrifice one client for the 1,000 clients. The politicians always use that. The president will say he would rather lose one minister than losing 10,000 votes. He would rather lose one minister than losing 1 million votes. So he will decide to arrest one corrupt minister, even if his government is corrupt. He will decide to arrest one corrupt minister just for the votes that he wants to have in the future. So when you're going to studio to create your music, when you are writing your music even before producing it in the studio, what comes in your mind? What is your target audience? What are the kind of people that you want to listen to your music? What are the kinds of people that you want to consume your music? You have to put that in your mind. You have to put that in your brain. Like, these are the kind of people that I want to listen to my music. What is your target audience? What is the age of music of people that you want to listen to your music? Do you want high school kids, high school children, students? Or you want old people that are between the age of 50 and 70? Or do you want ladies to be your number one fans? Or do you want men? Do you want depressed people? There are people that are singing music for depressed people, if you didn't know that. That's soul music and very, very slow music. And people are doing that music. There are YouTube channels here, like the YouTube channels here, that just do that content for depressed people, people that are going through situations and bad situations. So what is your niche in music? You should get a niche, not just a style. You know, sometimes when we talk about that, you think, I'm singing pop. Yes, you're singing pop music. You're singing Afrobeat. But Afrobeat music, it is also divided in two categories. There's Afrobeat that is going to be enjoyed by old people, and there's Afrobeat that is going to be enjoyed by people like us. There's Afrobeat that you produce for high school students, and they will say, wow, that is old music, that is old style. But you go and come up with a new style of that same Afrobeat, and those kids will say, wow, this is so hot, this is so nice. Like pop music, the Michael Jacksons, they used to sing pop. Just imagine, right now, the high school students of right now, they don't like Michael Jackson's music, they don't even want to know. But they love the pop from the BTS, they love pop music from Justin Bieber, they love pop music from all those new artists. Why? Because of the flavor that has been put there. See, even those foreign artists, they are adding Afrobeat flavor in their pop music, in their R&B music. They are putting that Afrobeat flavor in their music. So you should know your target audience, because you're not going to be good for everyone. Just like I told you, YouTube has millions of channels. Millions of videos are uploaded every single week. So if I don't choose my target niche, and I start talking about each and everything, I'm going to end up losing the people that would have subscribed to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to end up having a YouTube channel that has no subscribers. You understand? But get that niche. Get it. Get that niche. Find yourself somewhere. Give yourself a position that you want to have in music. For example, like today we are talking about Nigerian music. There is a way that these people always come up with a new style every single year. There is a generation of new artists that come up from Nigeria every time. For example, let me just give you 3 generations. The generations of the Two Baba, P-Square, and other people that were there. And then the generation of Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Davido, and then this new generation of the O'Malley's, the O'Malley's, the Thames, and other artists that are there. Now, the generation of Two Baba and the P-Squares had some music style that they used to sing. It was Afrobeat, but it has their own they had their own unique style. Now, when these people came, the Tiwa Savages, the Wizkid, and the Davidos and what. There's a new style of music they brought, the same Afrobeat. And now, when these O'Malley's came, the terms, you see now the kind of music that is there, like it's offbeat. Sometimes they sing like their voices are dying. They sing like they have dead voices and what. That's another new style of Afrobeat. It's all Afrobeat. So, there is a way that you can be creative in that very niche and become successful. Just know your target audience. What are you targeting? What are you targeting? What kind of people do you want to see? What kind of people do you want to see in your shows? You're not going to have the whole world as your fans. Even people that are so successful, you find them depressed. Alicia Keys, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Rihanna, the most successful people that have won Grammys. You saw Will Smith last time. What happened? Like people, even the most successful people, they can't have 100% fans. You always have to find the people that are going to love your music. You have to find an audience that you're going to target. You're not going to target everyone. That's why you see the thousands of songs that are produced. Excuse me. There are thousands of songs that are produced each and every week. But every week, when a chart comes out of the top 10 Nigerian songs, top 20 Ugandan songs, top 5 African songs, there are songs that are there. You can't put everything there. Because there are songs that fans have chosen to stream, to love, to want to listen to. So you can't get 100 songs and put them in a top 10 songs list. So you have to put that in your mind, that you can't be good for everyone. And you can't be good in everything. Okay? Thank you, Nana. Thank you. I love you too. And thank you for supporting me. Nigeria supported me. By the way, Nigeria is on top of my subscribers, I think, with over 40%. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay? So, that is something that is so important in music, niching down. Come up with something that you think is going to be good for your fans. Don't just say, hey, I'm going to sing R&B, and then in R&B, I'm going to come with the pop flavor, I'm going to come with Afrobeat, and then I'm going to come with this, I'm going to come with this. No. There is a guy in my country, he's called John Black. You people that are here, you can go and search about him. He has one of the ugliest voices. But he niched down. He said, I'm going to sing for young people. I'm going to sing for high schoolers. So that's what he does. He performs on high school parties from almost Monday to Sunday. He goes to secondary schools, to junior secondary schools, to high school, from Monday to Sunday. He niched down. He knew the kind of people that he wants to do what? He wants to talk to. He wants to communicate with. You see gospel musicians, even them, they niche down. You don't just say, I'm going to sing gospel music and end there. There is a gospel for people that want to worship, just want to be in the spirit. They want to come out and worship and say, oh, Holy Father, Holy what? And they sleep to the music. And there's gospel for people that want to praise. And they praise God and they praise God. And there's gospel for the young people that want to dance to the music. If you don't put hard beats, they're not going to listen to your gospel music. But it's all gospel music. Okay? Godfrey, thank you for coming here. Thank you for always supporting me. And Ed. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it Ade or Ed? And by the way, I told you guys there should be someone that should teach me pidgin. I have a reason why I want to learn pidgin. There are some countries that I want to travel to next year. Nigeria, Ghana. I've not been to South Africa. I want to travel to some African countries, Rwanda and Tanzania. So I want to learn some languages, but mostly I want to learn pidgin English because I just love the language. I just love the language. I love the way it is. Sometimes I watch Nigerian comedy just to learn that Pidgin English. So I should get someone that is going to teach me Pidgin, or should show me an application. If there is an application, please recommend it to me down there in the comments. An application that is going to help me learn that language, or maybe a website. But an app is easier for me because it will help me. I can use it on my phone, even if I don't have the laptop, maybe in a taxi or something like that. And it will be easier for me to learn. Okay? So, niching down is so important in music. Okay, when I come to Nigeria, visit Abuja. Okay, thank you very much. I think those are the two cities that I know. No, I know Abuja, Lagos, Benin, and Benin City, and what else? There's another one that I'm forgetting the name, Taptakot or something like that. This comedian that speaks it so much. Now, let us go back to our topic, how Nigerian successful musicians did it. They really did it, and this is something that I want us to learn from. Nigerians and other Africans, I don't want you to fear. Me, I've been through a lot of things, but there is something I learned, that bad news spread more than good news. When I was growing up, as a person that grew up with a single mom, we went through a lot of things because my dad died when I was 4 months, not 4 years, 4 months old. I didn't see my dad. So growing up, I saw a lot of things from my mom's family, from my other family, from my dad's family, and what. And as a guy that was raised by a single mom, wow, I really went through a lot of things. But one thing I learned is that you can't be good for everyone. And even if you try, like, you can't please everyone. But we should always concentrate to the good people and concentrate on the good things. Those are the things that are going to help us to succeed in life. You should not concentrate on the bad people. That's why you see me, sometimes I don't reply bad comments here. I don't. And YouTube sometimes helps me, they filter it. They filter the bad comments, they remove them. Because I don't want to put my concentration on the bad things. And people complain here so much. People say, why are you not replying to this question? Why are you not replying? If I know the question is not worth my time, why should I concentrate on the bad things? I have 200 comments that are positive, and then I concentrate on the 2 comments that are abusing or they are insulting other people's country or something like that. No, I'm not going to concentrate on that. Now, I brought in this one because I'm going to the next point as to why the Nigerian musicians are successful. Nigerians, I think as people, they decided to not want to know what other people are going to say about anything that they have produced. They decided to bring out the content that they want the world to listen to. So what they do, they set the pace for you. You don't set the pace for them. That is so important in production or in content creation. If you allow your fans to set the pace for you, you become depressed and you become worn out because the fans are always not satisfied with what you're going to bring. If you give them an album of Afrobeat, they will say, we want pop. You give them an album of pop, you say, we want this one, they want this one. But if you learn to set a pace for the fans, to give them what you really want to do. For example, I'm skeptical to think that the first Nigerian movies that were produced, they were produced maybe, but by then there were no smartphones. So I think they were produced on very old video cameras. But we watched those bad images. Sometimes I go back and look at these videos and I'm like, did we watch these movies and enjoy them? Like, you couldn't even see the person very well. The sound wasn't clear. There was so much noise and what. But those movies penetrated and they were marketed all over Africa. And not just Africa, but worldwide. Why? Because they didn't want production to limit them. They didn't want anything to limit them. Right now, you're the artists that are coming up and the artists, the musicians, the content creators that are creating right now, you have a lot of advantages as compared to the musicians and the content creators of the past. That right now you have smartphones. You produce, you make a video, you can make like challenges, video challenges, and you can make even like smartphones like the Samsung's S20, S10s, the S21, 22, the iPhone 13, iPhone 12, iPhone 11. You get phones that are recording 4K content that you can even use your phone right now to record a very good music video. These people didn't have that chance when they were coming up. You look at the videos that the two faces struggled with in those times. Even though right now when you look at it, you see that it's a fair video. But these people didn't let anything limit them. Never. They said, no, we are going to produce content. We are going to give it to the world. No matter what people think, they will understand us later. So you have to understand that when you're coming up as an artist, we don't know you. So we don't want to know the mistakes that you're going to make in a new song. Don't try to be perfect. Perfection has made a lot of people fail. Perfection, like looking for perfection. I want to do the perfect thing. I want to have the best camera. I want to have the best video. You're an upcoming artist that hasn't sold even $10 in music. But you want to come up with a very, very perfect video. So we don't know you. We don't even want to know your perfect video. You're being introduced to us, to our faces. So you shouldn't look for perfection. It is the first time that we are looking at you, that we are seeing you. We don't want to know how perfect you are. We don't want to know how good your music is. We are going to learn it slowly by slowly. So you shouldn't look for perfection. That's something I learned from Nigerian content creators. Nigerians don't look to be perfect. Most of the Nigerian content creators, right now, the comedians, you see, they start with smartphones. And then they get followers. When they start getting paid on YouTube, you see they have started buying good cameras. They have invested into production. They have started paying their video directors to come and do their content and what? Because they don't look for perfection when they're starting. Because at the beginning, there is no one that wants to know what you're really doing. No one. No one. Because they don't know you, you're introducing yourself to them. You're just coming out to show them what you can do. So give us what you give us. Look at all those artists. I know the Davidos, the Diamond Platinums of Tanzania, the Jose Chameleons of Uganda, the people from South Africa, the musicians from Kenya, and the Ogopa DJs and all those people. When they look back to the music they produced like 2 decades ago, they're like, what kind of content did we bring out? What did we give to the people? Like they look at their music videos and they're like, is this what I really produced? Did I sit on the camera and produce this kind of content? But they said, no, we have to give out to the people. They brought it to us and that's what built them. You're not going to be perfect with your first album. How? Are you God? So don't let perfection make you, limit you. Don't let perfection limit you. Just make sure that you bring out content to your fans. Because at the beginning, just like I told you, you have no fan. You have no person that is even interested in you. You're going to build that with time. But if you're starting, you have no person that is interested in you. No one even want to know. No one. We shall start wanting to know, wanting to listen to your music later when you become successful. But as long as you're still struggling, you're still a struggling artist, we don't want to know what you're doing. We don't want to know the content that you're producing at that time. So don't let perfection bring you down. But look at the point of the business side of the music. Now, the other thing that you have to look at as an artist, that Nigerians people look at when they're producing their content, is a global market, the foreign market. the market outside Nigeria and outside West Africa. Because sometimes the market back home makes us forget what really can achieve. The local market is so good, and it's good to target it. But the local market should be a source of capital to help you penetrate to the global market. Because there's no way you're going to say that you're a big artist in Africa when you're just known by a few millions in Uganda, when you're just known by a few millions in Kenya or in East Africa. I made a video about Diamond Platinum, the recent EP that Diamond Platinum released. His album has 10 songs, and all those songs, almost the 9 songs, he was targeting the West African market, and mostly Nigeria. Do you know why? Because people have learned, people have known that right now, however big you are in your own country, there is something that you need to do to penetrate in the global market. And right now, if you're looking at the African market, there's no way you're going to penetrate into the African market without getting West African funds. Because West African funds are everywhere. Nigeria produces the highest number of Africans in diaspora every single year. The Africans in Ukraine, the Africans in Japan, the Africans in the United States of America, Africans in the UK, in Canada, everywhere. The highest number comes from Nigeria. So if you're looking at penetrating in the global market, as an African musician, you have to look at Nigeria. It should be your first on the list. The first one on the list. Should look at Nigeria, should look at West Africa. So, when you're coming into the music industry, you're trying to become a successful artist, you should look at the global market. And with global market, just like I told you at the beginning, you have to look at the language. You have to look at the style of music. Create music that is going to be loved by everyone. Give us content, the kind of content that we're not going to say, no, this is normal music, this is the usual music, this is what. Give us content that we are going to love. As a Ugandan, I'd love to listen to Afrobeat. Because Uganda, most of the musicians give us Afrobeat, Afropop, the Afrobeat fusion, the fusion that has Afro and pop music. But I would also love to listen to the other foreign music, like maybe if I'm interested in R&B, the European R&B, if I'm interested in the American pop music and what. So how are you going to touch me? Like, how are you going to capture me and make me become a lover of your music? It's by bringing a fusion of all those music styles. And how are you going to do that? Come up in the studio and create something that is so unique that we are going to want to listen to. Africa is always told to hate each other, and sometimes a lot of people are so much. Maybe you're disappointed or you're amazed to the point that you become even disappointed in me when I decide to talk about other countries like Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and what. But me, there is a new Africa that I want us to have. Well, I want to have an Africa where we can sit down and discuss about our mistakes. And we can get these mistakes and make them strength. We make them stronger and they become strength. There is no way one African country is going to be successful alone. There is no way. There is no way one African country is going to be successful alone. The whites wanted to do that in South Africa and they failed. They tried to do that in Zimbabwe and they failed. A continent that has over 30 countries. You're not just going to come up and say that one country can be successful alone. It's a collective effort. As a Ugandan, I push Nigerian content. As Nigerians, they push maybe Cameroonian content. As Tanzanians, they push their content as they push Kenyan content. That is the only way we are going to come out and do what? And be successful together. And that brings me to another point of you African musicians that want to penetrate to the global market. Learn to travel and go to other countries. Learn to travel and go and listen to new music that is coming out of other countries. Learn to research about other countries' music. Like, don't listen to just your local kind of music. Don't just listen to your local radio stations. Stream radio stations online. Stream radio stations online and see the top charts in Nigeria. Stream radio stations online and see the top charts in Ghana. You should learn to know what is trending, what is going on in other countries. Because that is the only way you're going to penetrate through the global market. You're not going to penetrate when you're just sitting in your chair at home, your sofa at home, and writing your own music, and you don't know what other people in different countries really want to see. You don't know what other people in other countries want to listen to. But what will make you stronger as an artist is trying to penetrate, is listening and learning the kind of music. You see, you guys, I've talked about the videos, I've talked about Diamond Platnumz's new album for almost 5 times in this video, and for almost 3 times or more than 10 times in the past videos that are created on this YouTube channel. For a reason. This guy sat down with Nigerian writers. He sat down with West African producers and video directors. And he created content that is almost West African music. There is no way a Nigerian is going to listen to Diamond Platnumz's new album and you're not going to like it. There is no way. I bet. There is no way. Because when he was coming up with this album, he thought about the people that he's targeting. He listened to their music. He brought writers that understand that kind of music. And now, that is also another factor. The Nigerians, as much as they have good producers, you see they always go out to get some other producers. They go to Dubai, they go to the UK, they go to South Africa and get some producers. They go and get some people from, there is some guy called Albert Skills in my country. He mixes a lot of Nigerian singers' music. Why? Because there is no way you're going to be perfect, like come up with a very good thing when you're just using local content creators, when you're just using local producers, because local producers, sometimes they only have that local touch. But if you test like 3, 4, 5 producers from different countries, that is the only way you're going to have a fusion. That is the only way you're going to come up with something that is totally different. Travel to countries, travel to those countries that you want to target. Let me tell you, if you target an audience, you're going to get that audience. It is good to test a lot of music. It's good to test a lot of styles of music. But it's also dangerous because you're going to end up not getting any audience of all the audiences that you're trying to target. But if you wake up in the morning and say, okay, I want to target the West African audience, or I want to target the Swahili audience, the people that speak Swahili, or I want to target the Africans in diaspora, but how are you going to target them? You have to get it spiced. So all that brings us back to research. Researching about other musicians, researching about their content, researching about their new albums. Some of you are artists, but you don't even listen to other musicians' albums. When an artist releases an album on Spotify or on YouTube, the EPs are right now uploaded on YouTube. Somebody releases an EP and uploads the whole album on YouTube, but you don't even listen to it. You've just become more of fans that you're going to just dance to the music in the clubs, but you're not going even to listen to that music. On YouTube, you can't even stream the 10 songs on somebody's album and get the uniqueness in that music. You see? So, those are things that we should learn to understand. Those are things that we should understand. Morrison, thank you for watching. Joseph, thank you for coming through. And all the guys that were here, let me try to see if I can send you some shots. Godfrey Ochi, thank you for coming through. Ade, thank you for watching. Nana, thank you for watching. And all of you that are here, some of you that have commented and some that have not commented, but it's fine. And thank you very, very, very much. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to end this YouTube's live stream for today, but I would like to do it each and every Sunday. The next Sunday, we shall be talking about another very different topic. And today I was talking about Nigerian music and how other African musicians can do it to be successful like the successful Nigerian musicians. And I know it is so possible. It is not impossible. What Nigerian musicians are doing can happen in each and every country. Just imagine if we have Davido, Burna Boy, and Wizkid in each and every African country. Just imagine. Or not even a country, each and every region. In West Africa, we have the three. If we go to South Africa, and we have them. We go to North Africa, them. We come to Central Africa, we have them. We come to East Africa, and we have them. And then they're all selling millions of albums. They're all selling millions of streams on Spotify and everywhere. And they are selling out their shows every single year. Just imagine if we had just three, like those people, three of them in each and every region. Where would Africa be? We can do it. We can stop competing within ourselves and start supporting each other. Ugandans can support Nigerian artists. Kenyans can support Ugandan musicians. And like that and like that and like that. We don't need to talk ill about ourselves every single time. Every time you come on YouTube and you see why these people don't like this one, these people hate this one, there's hatred in Nigeria, there's hatred in Ghana, there's this and this and this. And that toxicity makes us like lose our minds. People are being depressed. You're using social media in a wrong way. I wonder why there are a lot of Africans that are just here to create content that talks bad and heal things about other countries, other African countries. Like people create content, 100% content that trashes other African countries. 100% content, and when we create content that is positive, they start attacking because they don't want you to create positive content. Sometimes we chase views because these are the kinds of videos that people are going to watch in the future. And they will decide the kind of people that lived and what they wanted to achieve in Africa. Do we want to have a toxic Africa where people have to quarrel every single day? Or do we want to create a new Africa where people can sit from different African countries and discuss about issues? They talk and find solutions. These are things that failed our parents to do, our grandparents. They failed to do them. But we can achieve them if we come together as Africans, the young Africans, the youngest continent, the richest continent in brains and everything. If we decide we can achieve it, there is nothing, totally nothing, that can make us fail to achieve what we want to have. It is just coming together and learning that you can't do it alone, but we can do it collectively. If we come together, we can really achieve what we want to achieve. as Africans. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, share to your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Shammah Benefits. See you in the next video. I have to sign out right now.